find a presentation that
G'day
matches
guys,
that, because not
this is Danny
everyone
Dehek,
take advice.
and I'm coming to you streaming live on YouTube. I've just jumped into a Zoom meeting where there's a whole lot of HyperVerse, HyperNation people talking about their success of scamming people. So I'm just going to listen to the Zoom meeting and throw in my 2 cents worth in along the way. So this has been streamed live on YouTube, which unfortunately means my lips won't be in sync, but I'm also about to record, which I forgot to do, so I'm going to start now. Hello, I'm Danny Dehek, and I've just jumped into a Zoom meeting with a whole lot of HyperNation and HyperVerse people who are scamming people and telling them about their stories. I have no idea who's running the meeting, and I have no idea, but I do know there is 342 people in this meeting at the moment, and we're going to learn something about HyperNation and the latest gossip live. And I'll broadcast this video later on my YouTube channel, so be sure to hit the thumbs up and also the subscribe and hit the bell. Thank you very much, and I'll let them talk. Let's get into it.
I totally understand, and any one of my members that asks me why can't we get the recording, I'm like, get the V1 and get the leadership. You'll understand, you know. So yeah, I became fully committed to the system after leadership, and I created a plan. I know the days that I would peak. I know the days that I would follow up. You know, I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was doing now, where it wasn't burning me out. I could run my other business. I could run my other businesses and run this with as if it was my only business. You know.
No, brilliant. And just covering off the, just going back to the chicken list. For those of you who are in the crowd who don't understand what chicken list is, a chicken list is a list of the people that you probably think are more successful than you, who you're afraid to contact, or you're chicken to contact. So you've got them in the list, and you will contact them at some point. But the key to this is building your own success and your own posture to then attack that chicken list, which will then accelerate you. Because I look forward to hearing the remainder of the story once you've blasted through that chicken list, I have to say.
Definitely.
Mr. Clarke. But so
I like fishing.
What would you say the biggest reason is you're now V4? And this is a multi-layered question. What strengths are you capitalizing on, or what weaknesses are you ignoring?
Wow. I wish I'd listened back to some of the recording of V4 Vices.
This is the question that doesn't get asked the most. It doesn't get asked, but I thought, I'm going to roll this one out for you.
Strength. You know what? In getting to V4, it's taken me some time. It's taken me longer than I anticipated, longer than I planned. But I've been through 2 sets of turbulence. You know, changeover in December, and we never really recovered since then. You know, but I think my strength is now I've had my foot in the door. Now I met Mr. Ford in person. I can remember Valerie introducing me to Mr. Ford, and Mr. Ford going, "I know Rocky," and she looks at me and she goes, how do you know Mr. Ford?" And I'm like, "I see him, man. I know Mr. Ford long time." But now I'm in the circle, and now I understand the circle, because one of the things in life is to get inside the circle. You know, I've got the mindset to deal with what is happening in the circle, because I did personal development, a lot of personal development from 2015. I haven't watched television since 2017.
Poor guy.
Right? Because
I even either watch Netflix.
If you know what the weather is gonna do, you're gonna spend time worrying about it. But if you don't know what the weather is gonna do and you bring an umbrella and a coat with you, you'll be fine. You know, if you watch the news and someone get killed on your street, then you're worrying about your kids all day. You're gonna have your least productive day and how you can move from that street. So if you're gonna know something and you can't do anything about what you know, then there is no point knowing it. You might as well know it later. But now I know that the company that I'm working with, they're pioneers. I know the company that I'm working with is not gonna sit down and wait for Facebook to do MetaVerse. They're gonna beat them to it. Do you understand? Now I know where the company is going and what they're doing. I can go out there and I can represent the company without any doubt, without any fear, any doubt, without thinking, oh, this person might lose their money if I sign them up, or I haven't got any what ifs. I represent the company strong. I can go and do the presentation and you can throw whatever questions you've got at me. If I don't know the answer, I'll get it for you. But chances are I'm going to know the answer, because when the company changes their due diligence pack, we used to have the old one that went up to, we normally talk about section 7 or something like that. I knew that it went to 2.10, so I am reading these things. I am staying abreast because we are the 1%. We are the new 1%. The 1% of people in the world that knows about blockchain technology. The 1% of people that gonna be able to beat the government, programmable CDC, whatever it is they're coming out with.
Have you got your own electricity?
So knowing that's my strength. Knowing what I know is enable me now to speak to
this guy's
anyone.
Not very intelligent.
And that is my strength. And my weakness is also one of my strengths, because I was born to lead. I used to tell people when I was a little child that I'm the 14th apostle, but because I'm black, they left me out the Bible. I used to have loads of following. When I was going to school, I used to have loads of following. If the teacher wanted me to do something, they would ask me, they would send me to go to the supermarket to buy the ice cream, and then I'll come back and sell it to the rest of the kids. So technically I should have learned a lot less than what I did, but I I was very against the institution at school. And when I tell some of my friends now why I volunteered to walk a mile to go and buy the ice cream and come back and sell it, they can't believe it, because that was in year 3. We were like 8 years old, but I refuse to put my hand up to go to the loo. If I want to go to the loo, I should go to the loo whenever I feel. Not when you say I can or you decide if I can. So my weakness is not wanting to step up and be the leader that I was born to be. And now I've realized that, and I'm stepping out there, Bring it on.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of things you said. You had the strength, you got the mindset, and personal development, because the old sayings are your income seldom exceeds your personal development. So that's a key point. What you're talking about is controlling your controllables, and that's why you don't watch the news or anything, because you can't control what's going on in the outside world. You can only control what you control, which is brilliant. And being born to lead and being part of the 1% is absolutely where we are. And I think that's
these what they're calling themselves visionary, because they know how to scam their friends and family. It's disgusting. They really believe that they're doing good in the community, which is just shocking.
What are you looking forward to most in terms of achieving VIP 5-star?
This must be like a sort of a Blythe podcast, a parade of somebody walking around gloating that they've managed to scam nearly 2,000 people.
Listen, when I got to VIP 4-star, Merv Cadet rang me and I was like about 1,000 away, and no matter how you zoom the thing, it was touching. And I said to Merv, I'm at 1,000, mate. And he's like, you can make that. I'm like, yeah, but I'm gonna
see all these names of people in here. I literally search them on Facebook and send them messages, and then tell them to subscribe to my YouTube channel so we can help fight these scammers. A lot of the people in here aren't necessarily involved in the scam. They're learning about the scam, so don't be one of them.
It does funny things to your eyes. It's like an optical illusion.
Yeah. So now the journey continues to V5, and I'm working at it, mate. But I yearn for the day when that line stop moving. But to be honest with you, it's the members in my team that I'm most concerned about, or most wanted to succeed, because I've tasted success, several times. But you've got people in my team that has never really had that success. I said this is my first network type business, and some days it's hard. The last 4 days I've been round the clock, round the clock. I lost my voice when Mr. Ford messaged me today. You know what I had to go and do? Lemon and honey and ginger tea just to get some voice to come on, come on this evening. So yeah, it's V5. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I don't know if that's crazy, but if it is, it's fitting with me. Yeah, no more lines moving.
Yeah, absolutely. So the final question: what advice would you give to people who are starting out on this journey?
Don't do
Due
it.
diligence. Due diligence.
Oh, rubbish.
Then mindset. Once you do your due diligence, you have to set your mind up, because people are gonna come and people are gonna shake you. You know what I mean? Your own family is gonna shake you. Your own team is gonna shake you.
Listen to your family.
So once you've got your mindset started out, once you know what it is you want, once you write it down, carry it around with you if you must. You know what I mean? I've got $1 billion US bill. 90% of the time it's in my wallet. I got $1 million pound bill on my vision board. And focus. You can't get through this thing without focus. The sales team that I was a part of, in November we had an award ceremony, and I didn't really expect to win an award, but they said they'll take what I'm doing as sales, because it's technically still sales. So I sent in my numbers, and I went to the award ceremony in Maidstone in Kent at the Hilton, and I won the 7-figure award, because I had done over 7 figures in sales, and I was the only one on the team that did a 7-figure. And people were changing their seat just to come and sit next to me to figure out what I was doing.
You're my hero.
I think you can talk, right?
Definitely. I'm still developing myself every day. That was the first time I was volunteering to do the presentation as well, but they didn't have proper internet at the hotel we were staying, so I couldn't do it. And then I went on a public speaking course back in February. And I remember the trainers telling me, he says, you need to practice. So I'm like, I'm not going out much, but if I can do the presentation, and no one knows what I'm doing when I'm sitting behind the computer, so I can still be doing my hand gestures, I can still be moving from left to right, from right to left, from good to bad and bad to good, and and practice, yeah. So I contacted you and I said, I'm ready. I'm ready to go again. And those were off of making commitments. People give you, if you're not coachable and you're not gonna do what people tell you to do, don't go seeking coaching. So I took the advice from my mentor, my coach, and I decided to take action. So I took action, and now I can close my eyes and do the presentation. And I can answer the questions, because I make myself ready for them. And in the downturn, because there is a downturn, there is not a lot of people coming to the presentation, but we have to still keep the belief. And what I've been doing, is my friend Dr. Economo has somewhat convinced me to put my life on paper. So I've been writing my book. Because the last leadership in April, there were so many authors there. I'm thinking, I'm not going back to the next one and not being an author. So watch this space,
That's brilliant. And yeah, I might even join you in that one. That's a brilliant idea now. That's brilliant.
Definitely.
So focus, develop yourself daily, practice, be coachable, and have belief. those are the things that I've
You
noted.
have to have
down from what
belief.
you've just said.
If you don't have belief, you've got nothing.
100%.
And I'm guessing if you do all those, and I've been holding off from making a Rocky quip. I can't help it. But if you do take those to focus, develop yourself daily, practice, be coachable, and have a belief in yourself, in your opportunity, you'll definitely be a complete and utter knockout, which is what you have been.
Definitely.
Rocane, Clarke. And it's been a real plum pleasing pleasure to be able to interview you on V4 Voices. Is there anything that you'd like to say finally before I ask Mr. Ford if we can take any questions?
Oh, I love
Most
questions and
definitely.
answers.
We've got loads of purple nodes in the system right now, people that are just coming on. And as a purple node, the company
That means I've got like 3 people who have spent $10,000 on buying an NFT, hoping that they can bring their structure of their old team over so they can continue to scam people.
And lots of people are gonna struggle with having a website. But what I'm saying to you guys, I got an email yesterday, and my email says create 2 short videos, and they basically tell you what they want in the video, but now you've got to dress for the video. So what did I do? I go and I bought an NFT t-shirt. So when I'm doing my video, I'm representing what the company.
Yeah, well, I wasn't dressed, but I got this link and this information, so I have got pants on, but I had to grab a shirt and put it on so I look respectable for you guys.
I changed my attire. You know, I got Binance t-shirt, I got crypto t-shirt.
Oh, you gotta have a t-shirt.
I created my own line of clothing.
Can't wait till the movie comes out.
The early members in my team. You know, I create my own shirts and my own jumpers. You know, blockchain is the future. How? You know, energy, money, flow. That's what I call my team.
Energy, money, flow.
Be prepared. You know, as a Boy Scout in my younger years, one of our motto was be prepared. Be prepared to let these people know that you're ready for what the HyperNation is coming with, you know. And 14 months in this already, man. I don't want to.
This guy, if he's a VIP 4, he's probably made excess of over $1 million. And when you get to VIP 5, that means that you've actually scammed 2,000 people. And the minimum, if everyone invests $400, that is $8 million that he's brought into HyperVerse. So they pay rewards if you refer people into it. So if you get all the VIP 5s and add them up, there's 500 of them, so I've heard. So that is actually a $4 billion scam. Now, most people don't invest in the minimum. They actually invest, you know, in the 400, 800 or 1,200. And so I reckon this is a $10 billion scam. People are asking me why I spend so much time doing Ponzi scheme busting on HyperVerse and HyperFund, because it's like the Looney Tune show, and it just fascinates me that these people actually believe this is real. I mean, where does the power come from to run the metaverse, planet Earth? And if you listen to any of the other people doing presentations, they paint a picture of doom and gloom, how the world's going to shut down and everyone's going to be living in a virtual world. This is ridiculous. But people still invest. I'm just reading some messages now, and people are saying they're having trouble purchasing the NFT, like their life depends on it.
Into existence, it's the first step to achieving it. I can tell you that much. But no, it's been an absolute pleasure to be riding on this journey with you, to seeing you grow, seeing you at the first leadership and then the next one, and then I'm looking.
I don't actually know the guy that I haven't come across that guy. So if you have any you know, details about the guy that was speaking, I'll try to find his name. I did do a search on the internet, but I couldn't find anything, funny enough. So if you do know his name and his details or any of his Zoom calls, please let me know. Just go to deheck.com and go to the contact us page. I'll keep it anonymous if you want. And then we can look him up. I'll just see if I can find his name. Yeah, I'll just read it out.
Look forward to seeing you at the V5.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Mr. Ford, are you there, sir? Do you want to take questions? Or do you want to make any comments and then take any questions if we got time?
Do you know what? I'm looking at the time, and it's it's obviously gone. We're across the 2 hour mark now. But what I want to say, I just love being able to watch the growth that individuals go through. And obviously, Rocky came to the table with a certain sturdiness, I'm just going to call it, a certain resolve. Because like I said, I just noticed that he was just quietly just hitting the ranks. And when he introduced himself and, property and all the rest of it, I just thought to myself, I really like the energy that this guy is bringing to the team. And from listening to him tonight, it's just been brilliant as far as I'm concerned, because what you hear is someone that is grounded, someone that has spiritual guidance, which I love, and intentional. Not everybody walks around with $1 billion, note or $1 million note. All of these little things actually helps. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm excited and really, really enjoying this. Really enjoyed this Speak4 Voices. I'm just going to say, I don't think there's a need for questions today.
No.
I think that the energy,
the most exciting part. Give us the questions. Let me ask a question.
I think that we can leave with that. Let that digest. Let that manifest. Let that percolate. Let that change some things. Let that make you wake
percolate.
up.
NFT training.
Excited. Yeah. And so Mr. Hepburn, I'm going to hand back to you, and then what I'm going to do is play out the video once you're done. So, guys, thank you very much. Absolutely awesome. Really, 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 really enjoyed that.
You're welcome. And the thing that I love about this is, and there's a phrase that comes to mind, is that success leaves clues. And if you picked up all the nuggets in there, there's a line of similarities and similar things that all of the successful people in this business have done. We talked about strength, mindset, personal development, focusing on the right things, developing daily, being coachable, having a belief in yourself. They're all the clues of what is required to succeed in this business. And I would say that that is what's evident with everybody who comes. Everybody's got their own personal story, but there are some common themes which run through all of it. And that's the thing I love about being around people like Mr. Clarke and you, sir. And I just think it's brilliant. So, folks, that's it for it for today's training. Thank you for your time and participation. I am going to call it a day there and let Mr. Ford play us out with the whatever he's going to play us out with, and look forward to catching you on the next call, the next training, which is Wednesday, presentation tomorrow. So folks, have a great rest of your day if you're in the other side of the pond, but have a great evening if you're on this side of the pond. Mr. Ford, back to you to close out. Thank you.
Awesome. Take care, everyone. Be good.
Very much so.
Excellent.
Today is about cultivating imagination. I have an idea I want to share with you.
I've just spammed the chat room, so I'm pretty sure I will be kicked out in a second. There's 250 people in here at the moment. So I'll say goodbye now, because this is a real visionary, this guy.
I guess, first of all, if we're going to have an intelligent...
Told ya. Anyway, that's a bit of fun. Just a live. Sorry my voice doesn't quite match up, but I did actually manage to spam 250 people and tell them to go to subscribe to my YouTube channel. What you can do to help me is hit the like button on this video that you're watching on YouTube, and it will help get the message out more. Now, don't go buy an NFT. Do not believe in this crap. It's just a bunch of multi-level marketers who are building their downlines. As the guy that was talking said, he doesn't really know much about it. And if he gets stuck, he goes and asks somebody else who knows a little bit more than him. It's a game of Chinese whispers. It's appalling, shocking that people do such a thing. All right. Hey, I'm Danny the Heck. Thanks for watching my YouTube. I need to figure out how to stop all this. I'm going to stop my YouTube